A look at the dugout of the San Francisco Giants on that strikeout by Brian Wilson of Nelson Cruz. Up and over. And the battery that set the tone here tonight and really for this entire postseason, Lincecum and Posey. Our Ram Power player of the game is Tim Lincecum. 8 innings, 1 run, 3 hits. Struck out 10, walked only 2, allowed a home run through 101 pitches and was dominant. Let's go down for the trophy presentations. Here's Chris Rose.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. I'm here with a very happy San Francisco Giants brass. William Newcomb, the managing general partner of the Giants, Larry Baer, the team president, Brian Sabian, the GM, and Bruce Bochy, the manager. And it is time to present the Commissioner's Trophy. So I welcome in the Commissioner of Baseball, Bud Selig.
Thank you, Chris. Pleasure to be here. Well, let me say to the Giant franchise, their first world championship since 1954, first for the city of San Francisco and all your great fans. Built a great pitching staff that was just magnificent all year long. And so to Bill Newcomb, Larry Baer, Brian Sabian, and Bruce Bochy. You guys did a great job. Congratulations to the world champion San Francisco Giants.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you. Mr. Newcomb, to win it as a franchise for the first time since 1954, something very important, but you're a guy that grew up in Northern California. What does it mean to finally bring the hardware to San Francisco?
Well, it's a great thing for the franchise, for the city of San Francisco, for all of our fans and the community in Northern California. We stood on the backs of giants ahead of us that got us here, and we had a terrific year. I just want to say congratulations to the Texas Rangers, who have a proud franchise with all their distractions this year. They played outstanding baseball, hard-fought series. We managed to get the better of it. We're humbled about that. We're proud of what we've done, and I can't say enough about the work of our general manager, Brian Sabian, and his core of people who built this team from spring training and added to it in the middle of the season and turned it over to Bochy on the field. And Bruce somehow managed to juggle this roster and put these players in positions to be successful. It's a great team win again tonight, and that's what it's been all year. It's been a team of talented people who love to play this game and like doing it with each other.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Larry Baer, a fourth-generation San Franciscan. Giants baseball, apparently it's not torture after all, is it?
It's not, Chris. The 2010 Giants have honored 53 years of San Francisco Giants players and coaches and managers who have worn that uniform. Millions of fans who've been at Candlestick and Seal Stadium, sometimes in less than ideal climates. And just, it's an honor that this club has honored and paid tribute to all of those millions of fans and those 53 teams. It's a beautiful thing.
Congratulations. Brian Sabian, the architect of the 2010 San Francisco Giants. I know it was rather emotional when you made the World Series. I can't imagine what is going through your heart and your head right now.
Well, this buried a lot of bones, as everybody's talking about 62 and 89, 2002. This group deserved it. It was fateful from the beginning, starting in spring training. And, it was a community effort, front office, scouting, player development. Bochy and his staff did as good a coaching job as I think I've seen in baseball since I've been in the game, and I've been in the game a while. But we're very proud, we're humble by the achievement, and to think that we're going to bring this trophy home to San Francisco is really amazing.
Brian, congratulations. Bruce Bochy, manager of the Giants, not bad for a bunch of cast-offs and misfits, huh?
Yeah, they did all right. I could be prouder of a group. It just goes to show you what a team can do when they play with heart and determination. They weren't going to be denied, and they wanted to win for each other, for our fans. And I want to thank my staff. How hard they worked in these players, how they accepted their roles, and they all had one mission. That was a win, and I could be prouder of a group.
As a guy that came up as a big league catcher, you have to appreciate your starting pitching, not only in this series, but the entire playoffs. I mean, they were dominant.
Unbelievable how good they've been, and of course Buster Posey, the job he did back there handling the staff, and they're the reason we're here, and to come in here and pitch like that against a great hitting ball club. I mean, what Bumgarner did yesterday, of course Kane's postseason, then Timmy goes out there and does that. It's great to have these guys staring in front of us, and for the future, and I could be happier for them.
On a personal note, You've been in this game for 35 years professionally. I mean, how satisfying is it to a lifelong baseball man?
I tell you, I was nervous last night, really all day. You know, you realize you're on the verge of doing something that you dreamed about all your life and just wanted another chance, and these guys did it, and it's a feeling you can't describe. And when we got that last out, all kinds of emotions are running through you because you realize how hard this is to do.
Congratulations, Bruce.
Chris. Thank you.
All right, it is time right now to present the World Series MVP presented by Chevrolet. And once again, Commissioner Seelig, come on in here.
Well, it's my privilege again to present the most valuable player presented by Chevrolet to Edgar Renteria. Edgar, it was 1997 you got the game-winning hit. Now here we are in 2010 with a game-winning hit. You have a batting average in the World Series that is just incredible. And I must say, your 3-run home run tonight, obviously, and all your other contributions are remarkable. So congratulations to Edgar Renteria, the most valuable player in the 2010 World Series. Congratulations.
Edgar, for what you went through this year, you ended up on the DL 3 times, almost 4, courtesy of your manager right there, Bruce Bochy. It was a trying year for you, but to come up with the huge hits that you did in the World Series, how satisfying is this for you?
Yeah, it was a tough year for me, you know, and I appreciate all the organization because they have patience with me, the GM, the manager, so they give me the chance to play in the playoff, and thank God that everything go well. And I don't know, that's home run, I don't know. I just see the boys swing, put a good swing in the ball go out.
It's obviously emotional for you. Was there a point at this year that you thought maybe you wouldn't get a chance to shine on a major league field again?
Yeah, because it was tough. It was tough year for me, but I told myself keep working hard, and keep you in shape because something gonna be good for this year for you, and because we know I believe in my team, I believe in the pitcher, and everything go well.
You're the 4th player to have a game-winning RBI in 2 different World Series clinching games. DiMaggio, Berra, Gehrig, and now Edgar Renteria. Whoa. That's a pretty amazing list to be a part of, isn't it?
Yeah, that's amazing, you know. That's amazing being that situation, and you know, and I feel proud of myself. I feel proud with my teammates, and thank God. You only the one do everything what I did, you know.
You know, you're 35 now. You were 22 when you won it back in 1997. A lot has transpired in those 13 years. Are you walking away a winner? You want to give this another shot, my friend?
I don't know. I'm going to think about it and see what happens.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy the MVP trophy, and a job well done. And congratulations to you in the 2010 San Francisco Giants, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Aubrey Huff, my friend. How are you?
All right. Never better, believe me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Attaboy, Edgar, you old man. Dinosaur.
Well, let's see. You hadn't been to the playoffs in nearly 1,500 career regular season games, and now you are standing on top of the mountain. What's bouncing through that head of yours?
I tell you what, this is the most amazing feeling I've ever had. You know, exception to the birth of my 2 kids. This is just, I can't even believe what just happened. I mean, when Wilson struck him out there in the end, I just didn't even know what to do. Such a long road for me. 10 years in the big leagues, probably 9 of them 4th or 5th place. And just really trying to grind out as much as I can throughout my career, and hoping that it stays one day to where I can find a place to win. And this organization gave me a great chance to come here. I didn't even have a job late in the offseason. These guys gave me a chance, and thank God they did.
You were a bunch of cast-offs and misfits, and you guys kind of adopted that whole theme. You might have been the president of that club. I mean, you did not have a job until mid-January. I mean, this is a guy that had been a productive player. You're stuck in this lineup, and you really carried it throughout the year and kind of championed the cause.
Well, you got to credit Brian Sabian. This guy went out, and he's an old-school GM, and he got a bunch of old-school guys, starting with me, and you went out and picked up Pat Burrell, who hit some big homers late for us, Juan Uribe, Cody Ross. I mean, it goes on and on. Every time you go through the locker room, you can go to each locker, and every night it could be anybody. Edgar Renneria tonight, unbelievable, amazing story for him. 2 big World Series hits in his career, and I just can't be happy for the guy.
You've waited 11 years. Go celebrate.
Thanks, baby.
All right, congratulations. Fear the beard. It's the middle of the interview process, but we're going to bring in the closer, Brian Wilson.
Then
you can hold this. Hey, you were a big part of this.
Yeah.
I mean, to finish a World Series game and bring the city of San Francisco its first baseball championship, what's that feel like?
Oh my goodness. Feels amazing. To lead up to this moment, good gosh, what a battle. And for the fans to come out in October and just go absolutely nuts. That was our postseason right there. Rally towels, beards everywhere, Tim's hair. Look at that hair. World Championship hair.
Come here. You can come in here too. We can have a beard and hair at the same time. It's fine.
This one was for the fans. This one was for the greats of San Francisco that played there before us, and obviously for us. I mean, there's a lot of guys in that room right now that nailed it all season, including Edgar Renneria, which I hope he won the MVP because.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, an oracle.
Well, back in July, you told me that you had the best team around, and there were some people that probably didn't believe you. Sorry?
Dick.
I was not a skeptic. I'm just saying that at the time there were some people who said that maybe you weren't the best. What made you the best over the last 4 months of the year?
Persistence from the starting pitchers to be able to pound the strike zone, get ahead, and their work ethic. I mean, every guy in the clubhouse gets here at their specific time. They've got their routine. No matter how hard they work, they still get down and they nail down their workouts. And we just had a bunch of team effort guys pulling up late in big inning situations and getting 2-out hits and coming in and striking out the lefty. Everybody made a huge contribution this year.
Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you.
All right, go celebrate. Tim Lincecum. Yeah. Go ahead. Hang on to that. How's that look?
Shiny.
Obvious. That's nice. After game one, you said that you could be better, that you had learned something about your game one experience. You were flat out dominant. What was the difference for you tonight?
We wanted to just nail it down here in Texas. I mean, that was a big thing. Coming in here, kind of shutting them up. Doing what we can, just playing good defense. Getting runs and manufacturing a good ball, I guess. So.
Well, when you went into the Phillies series, you heard that Halladay and Hamels and Oswalt were going to be better than the Giants. They weren't. Then you get down here, you have to deal with the best hitting team in baseball. You shut them down to a collective 190 average. I mean, your starting staff was top-notch.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say enough about the guys just coming in at big games, just stepping up and doing their thing. I mean, a lot of guys, none of us have really been here before, so it's a new thing for all of us, and to, for guys to step up and just stay poised, collective, and give us a chance to win in every single game that we've been in since the postseason started. So, that just says a lot about our guys.
On a personal note, you beat Derek Lowe of the Braves, you beat Roy Halladay, you beat Cliff Lee twice in the World Series. I mean, that's pretty good to put on your mantle, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say we did, the whole team. I mean, everybody had their chances to be heroes and was on this team throughout the season. So, collectively we put it together and, came right there at the right time.
Finally, when you were a little kid learning how to pitch and do that funky delivery, were you dreaming about the day that you would be the winning pitcher in the World Series?
Usually it was dreaming about being the hitter, but in this case, I'll take this. So, yeah.
Nice job. Congratulations. Enjoy. All right, so there. I don't want to take. There's plenty of guys in the other room who want to take it. So Tim Lincecum, go for it, my friend. Joe Buck, back on up to you.
All right, Chris. Nice job down there, and congratulations to the Giants. We will continue. As you see, Bruce Bochy is now out on the field, and a lot of fans for the Giants are down that left field side saluting their team as they start to trickle out one after the other. How about Derek? The job that Tim Lincecum did in this postseason. He beat Derek Lowe, took care of Halladay, took care of Cliff Lee, not once, but twice. Back with more after this.
Who are they?
What do they want? In order to save our civilization, we must schmaplicate with a male of your species. In exchange, we offer this.
Schmaplicate? Bud Light?
Here we go!
I'm doing it for all of us. It's the sure sign of a good time. The just right taste of Bud Light.
The guys are gone! Here we go!
There's Matt Cain with a World Series trophy. How good was he? 21 1/3 innings pitched this postseason. No earned runs allowed. Giants win it here tonight. Why don't we give you a look back at some of the history of this Giants organization. The Giants of the Polo Grounds, the catch in the 1954 World Championship, pulled up stakes in New York and led the Major League's expansion west for the 1958 season. Unfortunately, baseball's manifest destiny has not included much winning for the Giants or the city of San Francisco. The bitter rivalry with the hated Dodgers has always tilted decidedly south. Yes, the players are legendary. The Say Hey Kid, Marichal, McCovey, the Baby Bull Orlando Cepeda, Will the Thrill, and being thrilled by two generations of Bonds. But the highs have always been a precursor to bad memories. 62's sad and sudden ending. The tragedy and misery of October 17th, 1989. And coming so close in 2002. Heck, even breaking baseball's most hallowed record brought uncomfortable questions. At times, it seemed the franchise was faced with the cold reality that it was known more for where it played than how it performed. After over 50 years of San Francisco Giants baseball, few would have said in spring training 2010 that this group of hirsute heroes, this staff of electric but young pitchers, this season of torture would end at the mountaintop. But that's baseball. America's most beautiful city. You now own baseball's greatest reward, a World Series trophy. The trip west is now complete. There's the celebration in the middle of the diamond. And no longer do the fans of the Giants have to hear about this. The drought. 55 seasons in between. Knock the Giants off the list and move Texas up one space. It's been 50 seasons, and now we welcome you inside our broadcast booth. We've talked about it. Chris Rose talked about it with the players down there. This was a total team effort, Tim, that was led by just absolutely phenomenal pitching.
There's a saying in baseball that pitching cures all ills, and from top to bottom, not only did the Giants have the good starters, the four strong starters, Bumgarner last night, Lincecum tonight, you mentioned Matt Cain, but the bullpen. Think about what the Giants would have done without the bullpen in Game 6 against the Philadelphia Phillies.
And you look at some of the numbers since September and what this pitching staff did. That's how they got here. They got there to the postseason with what they did on the pitching mound. You see what the starters did in the division series, the bullpen in the NLCS, what happened here in this World Series. Heck, almost another shutout here tonight. But they got here with their pitching, there's no doubt. But as the guys have talked about, the players, Chris Rose, it was seemingly a different guy in the lineup every night. It was Cody Ross. It was Aubrey Huff last night. It was Edgar Renteria with the 3-run home run tonight. They just spread it around. It was a group effort.
The Giants, of the 8 playoff teams, they spent the fewest days in first place. 37 days in first place in the National League regular season. And now they're world champions. Nobody's taller.
They won their division on the final day of the regular season as they beat San Diego. They won the NL West by 2 games, and now they've won it all. When we come back, we will hear from the manager of the Texas Rangers, Ron Washington. He'll sum up Texas's season when we come back as the celebration for the Giants continues here in Texas.
They are celebrating in San Francisco their first World Series championship ever as they win the World Series in 5 games over the Texas Rangers. For Texas, it was their first World Series appearance. Obviously bittersweet. A few minutes ago, our Ken Rosenthal caught up with the losing manager, Ron Washington.
Thanks. Ron, you accomplished so much this season. You won the West. You beat the Rays. You beat the Yankees. What is the feeling like in that room right now?
Well, you know, the guys are a little down simply because they didn't just want to be in the World Series. They wanted to win it. But, you know, you have to give congrats to the San Francisco Giants. They beat us. They beat us soundly. They played baseball better than we did, you know, and I always tell my guys it's not the best team that wins. It's the team that played the best, and they certainly did that. So I want to congratulate them. They deserve to be the world champions because I feel like they beat a world champion. So my guys, you know, they're a little down, but, you know, we thanked each other for the effort that we given to each other since February. And, you know, the feeling that you feel and the taste that you have in your mouth, you certainly want to try to come back next year and see if you can go all the way.
You knew the Giants could pitch. Did you think they could pitch like this?
I didn't know they could pitch that well, but, you know, it was just as good as advertised. Those guys can do a lot of things with that baseball. They can throw a good fastball. They can cut it. They can spin it. They can change it. And, you know, in a 7-game series, they got to 4 before we did, and they deserve to be the world champions.
Ron, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, guys. Ron Washington, gracious, obviously, in defeat. Rejoined by Eric Karros and White Sox skipper Ozzie Guillen. And Eric, head to toe, it was all about Giants pitching, especially tonight.
Well, it really was. Tim Lincecum just dominated the game. I think it was his experience. He had got game 1 out of the way, the nerves, and this is his second time he had to close out a series. Didn't do it in the NLCS. He did it tonight. And one thing about this Giant pitching, in the last 2 games, only one Texas runner got past second base, and that was Nelson Cruz on the home run. One runner in 2 games.
Speaking of home runs, Edgar Renteria's 3-run shot was obviously the difference in this one. If I'm going to put you in Ron Washington's cleats for a minute, what do you do with Edgar Renteria? Do you pitch to him or do you pitch around him and get to Aaron Rowan?
Well, it's kind of hard to decide because Edgar Renteria swung the bat very well from the beginning of the World Series. You got a guy behind, he's just playing the first game out of the World Series. He's not being in the lineup in the past. He gave up the home run. You know what I mean? It's easy to second-guess people after the pass, after the thing happened.
But that's what we do to managers.
But the thing is, it's my shot now, but the thing is right now...
You were second-guessing up here, Ozzie.
I did.
You first guessed it.
First of all, I not let Edgar Renteria beat me. I not let that happen. I let Aaron Rowan beat me in that game.
Well, despite the loss, you can hear the fans back here, obviously thrilled with the first ever World Series appearance, even though it was a losing effort for the Rangers. Ozzie, once again, we appreciate you being a member of our Fox postseason coverage. Next year, get out on the field.
Now, I'm going to talk so much junk about you next year.
I'm second-guessing you. Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
I tell you, it's easier to be done there.
Hope you had fun, my friend. Enjoy the offseason.
I do enjoy it.
All right, that's going to do it for our coverage. But coming up next, it's your late local news, except on the West Coast, where it'll be seen at its regularly scheduled time. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. For more information on tonight's game and more Major League Baseball news, simply log on to foxsports.com, powered by MSN, the world's favorite sports site. Now, before we say so long tonight, we would like to thank Chris Tully, Bernadette McDonald, Chuck Torres, and Dewey Gong of Major League Baseball for being with us every step of the way the past 3 weeks, helping to enhance Fox's NLCS and World Series telecasts. Guys, we could not have done it without you. As far as these cast-offs and misfits of the 2010 San Francisco Giants, they are world champions because they never stopped believing. Here it is. Struck him out.
Don't stop believing.
Line drive, base hit to center, and it's a 2-run Giant lead. What a pickup by Uribe. How about the Giants' defense? Giants win game 1.
San Francisco is such a great city, and this city's been waiting a long time.
What a gem being put together by Matt Cain. It's 9-0.
You know, I just want to thank all the fans of San Francisco. They've been unbelievable.
Bumgarner, he has completely baffled the Texas Rangers.
Don't stop believing.
Aubrey Hall hits one a ton into right. This ball is gone. Another strikeout for Lincecum, and these Texas hitters have been fooled from the start. Three-run home run Renteria. Here it is. Struck him out. And for the first time since 1954, the Giants are world champions.
The Giants take on the Seahawks. Fox NFL Sunday delivers this week.
Fox Soccer Channel. The Big Ten Network. Speed. Fuel TV. FSN. And Fox Sports. The greatest collection of sports networks in the world.